Alright, well, I'm live right now. So, this is a tag stream. We're doing, me and the boys are playing tag. So, I'm gonna just stream my whole day and see what comes out of it, you know what I mean? I'm at a whole 99% on my phone. So, let's get this ready, y'all. Let's acquire this yeast.
Okay, this road. Come on, go and check out. Yes, ma'am.
So, Will, how's your day going?
It's doing quite marvelous
Quite nice.
for the Columbus shoes
Yes, sir.
on the level.
Nobody's watching right now. I need to get my cloud up.
That's okay.
Hey, Jaden, you should watch my live stream. I'm streaming all day. Nobody's watching right now. So,
Let's go, ladies.
so get the link and send it to your boys. Let's get a laptop. People in like fourth grade be like, "Can I Chinese cut you?" And then the dude behind me's like, "No, you can't. You can't do that." I'm not gonna let you do that. Not Chinese cut you. Yeah. Here's one. Number 17.
What's your study guide?
What?
Like you just study guide? I don't know.
What's your number, man? Man, girl. Let's make sure.
Okay. Come on, some of you feel like, homework, and that's every cell will be just like this white. You only have to take every adult that come in this classroom and responsible for your education should encourage you to get everything
I eat
you're
knowledge for
learn,
breakfast.
everything you're supposed to
I
learn.
eat knowledge for breakfast.
Those are the kind of people I want to always be in the midst of my children and grandchildren. And my nieces and nephews.
I medium key ate like breakfast at 2 o'clock in the morning. Cause I was trying to stay up all night, right?
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put away our cell phones until we get our work done. And then you can take them. Put away your cell phone. That will not change. I mean it.
Of course.
Do you know what pays us as teachers and subs? Your parents that get out and work every day. Taxpayers' money pays teachers. So we are not going to just get their money and not make sure their children are educated.
I don't know how taxes work. It's kind of like, it's confusing.
That's how we are paid.
Okay.
I was paid 36 years by taxpayers' money, and I'm still being paid.
I only need headphones.
That's cool.
And when I retired, I was making over $80,000 a year.
Is that good? I don't know how
It was good for me.
it ranges.
Okay. Now, if I catch you with your cell phone on, I'm just gonna come and take it to the end of the class. Yeah, I'm coming and take it to the end of the class.
Oh, there we go. I found it.
Creating a resume, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, you have the laptop. Don't use the cell phone.
My headphones don't go to the laptop.
Well, I'm sorry. We'll have to get you a pair. You don't have any headphones in there.
She lets us choose the ones that are
It's right here.
Yeah,
And it's it, guys.
yeah.
I believe that, but do it when she's here, not while I'm here.
But I don't have no head.
Well, we'll get you a pair. Hold on. Have a seat. Don't drop it.
They're broke.
Sit down.
I'm not sure.
Can we get some like justice over here? This is insane. Dude, Mr. Kohler's gonna in second period he's gonna be like, lights on. Like,
Do you have Mr. Moses? Fuck no.
if I do get my phone taken up, I'm keeping the streamer. I just see like them like put it in a box. Shut that shit off.
I don't want to do this shit. How many people are watching?
PBIS Friday. Oh yeah.
How many people are watching?
0.
Add all to the 0 people watching.
Shout out to the 0 people watching my live stream right now.
T-Series versus PewDiePie.
When this is done, it's gonna go out as a video and get no views. What's up?
It's crazy, man. T-Series. I'm Richard. Like, why are you here? Are you T-Series or PewDiePie, there?
Hey, I'm live streaming right now. I'm gonna be live streaming all day. My YouTube channel is Jax Off.
You can follow me. I don't follow you about it.
Okay.
You said
Wait, Jack's off.
JAXOFF.
I mean, I had no headphones, but like, it's gonna be
Send it to your friends.
T-Series versus
I
PewDiePie.
need clout right now. I'm running low on like I was okay. I was at 56, but then my uncle found my stuff, so I had to shut that shit down because he found my stuff.
You were at how many?
My most popular video was at 1.2 thousand. It was pretty up there, and then
It was trending.
Subscribers you have.
like 56. So you know, now I'm at like 4.
Trace.
Do you actually? Do you actually? What videos do you make? Do you
I
make
posted not in a while though. How do you spell it?
JAXOFF? Should have pictured me with a Mariners shirt on. And I got like my,
It do.
you did it?
He's live. I'm gonna be the first viewer.
What?
Is it technically?
Oh shit. Oh dude, I see you.
Oh, you watching it right now?
Would you just take a note for me?
I don't want to do this shit.
It's a lot. It's fun live streaming.
It's 2 people now.
I'm gonna stream all day until my phone gets taken up, or until my phone dies. Oh, there's 2 people watching.
Me.
Oh,
They're also watching real life too.
send it to your friends.
Send them on that.
Like, just post it on like your Snap and be like, "This dude's live streaming his full day." Oh my god.
I'm trying to shove shit.
I'm trying to.
Class, I hope you're having a great day.
What the hell?
Although I'm not with you today, I am still going to teach you about thanking your
Bro, all 3 of us need to just start playing it out loud. Like, we don't have any of.
Everybody just get full blast.
Alright. So, what's up, guys? Can you circumcise dogs?
I wasn't expecting it to be so much live. There's not even look on one. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm
now
better
you-
yet. Oh fuck, this is draining my shit. I just dropped like
Jaden,
4% in like 8 minutes.
Michael, Parker,
Is that bad or good?
William,
That's my name.
Lawrence, Trayvon.
I'm gonna do that too.
Who's Trayvon? Is it Kalia,
Shave.
With a
Shania,
butter knife. Just like 2 butter knives thrown together.
Shania,
I charged my Joel.
Shanasia,
I charged my mango pops.
Shaving cream? Huh? What kind
Shadra,
of conditioner?
Amaya, Anthony,
He's here.
Walter,
Good.
Walter.
My man Walt. Jackson, are you watching this video, bro? Are
Olivia.
you watching this?
No. 8.
I'm gonna listen to this one. Go to sleep. Your voice is soothing.
Yeah. You know Donovan listens to like ASMR every night.
I used to listen to like some dude that like he like painted.
He listens to like
Thank you very much. It's taking my time, sir.
that's my name. Like,
really?
Damien,
it's like he's like
Brianna,
he's listening to stuff. It's like spiders
Hunter.
are like tapping on the microphone, and it's like in his it's so I mean, it's like I get that it's soothing, but it just sounds like
Probably not that much.
like let me get some.
Zabria,
Wait,
Yeah, let me get some.
wait.
Let me get some Carmex.
Richard.
So I got the Carmex.
I just don't believe in chat food.
Oh fuck, I
Kaylee,
don't. It's gonna ruin my lips. It's gonna make my lips
Stevens,
chapped.
Taylor Thompson,
So let me give you guys my theory on chapstick. So like,
Manil,
you ever realize that only people with chapped lips buy chapstick?
Manil,
That's a fact, Jack.
C.A.,
Can I?
Kanaya,
Hold up, am I using data right now?
Oh my gosh.
If I'm using data right now, I'm gonna kill myself.
Timothy,
Cause I only have like, I'm using data.
K.J.
Your mom's gonna kill you.
I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. What's up?
Cole's checking out at 12 o'clock.
I was using data, so
Cole.
who is
Cole.
fuck yes?
No, not Cole.
Connection timeout.
It's crazy. These are moms.
What the hell does that mean, dude? Am I still live or not?
I'm over your mom.
Jaden, am I still live? I just said connection timeout, and I'm fucking afraid.
Okay. You don't have any.
I'm gonna use my mental. I'm gonna share his.
You use my left ear.
Okay, you wanna go to the library, go back there and see if we can get a pedal from back there, yeah. If not, you can go to the library. Okay, you all have headphones?
How do I check?
Yes, so her headphones go to her phone. Like his.
Okay,
You can go request them. Mom can let you know. In the library. I'm fine. Like, check them out.
They could put on like closed caption. Get in this wheel.
You want my left ear?
Yes, sir.
I got your family.
okay,
Yeah, what's
raise
up?
your hand, if you need a pair of headphones. Okay, so that's 1, 2,
That's a
3,
whole.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm good.
I'm gonna go ahead and get you a pair, 8.
Okay.
Okay.
There's like a whole 6 of the class.
I am too. Hello.
Yeah, I just see her, she dropped it, no.
Hold it,
So that's 8, tell her I need 8.
Can I go with her?
She can bring the headphones back. You can. Okay, well, that's up to you.
I'm gonna move to Africa.
You want her to
I'm
go?
supposed to point African.
No, I'm saying.
I'm gonna move to
either you
Africa
or her
and
go.
like, but like the most southern part of Africa.
It's South Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, in the meantime, go ahead and find the video. Go ahead and find it so you can, be listening.
Do you have a
to it.
charger?
No.
Now listen, you can keep talking to them. Have you pulled up the video? Okay, wait a few minutes.
All right, y'all. It's probably not gonna last all day. I'm gonna hold 93. Should put my charger.
A USB cable?
I
Please be
use
quiet.
USB Type 3.
I'm gonna have to move somebody. Now who will it be?
Is it like a volunteer type thing?
One that keep talking.
So like, so is it?
Make you sit on his back and crack it.
Is this the thing that we have to come up with, or like do you
If
come
you
up
keep
with it?
talking, I'm gonna move right here.
Okay.
Oh my God. And you told me to get all the money out of his pocket.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I have Walter Green as, not Walter Green, Olivia Hamilton, blood drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
I want to give my blood up.
Blood drive.
Like, you turn on, but you can't push no button.
Are you an organ donor? Are you an organ
Sabria
donor?
Roberts blood drive.
Are you an organ donor?
A native white, African.
I got some colors in my nose. This one chick.
It don't work.
Really?
Did you watch this? Shut the hell up. So we're not supposed to
But why would I?
creating revenue.
Popping off.
Hey, dude, what's the difference in the subs between T-Series and PewDiePie? I haven't checked it.
Listen,
Are you serious?
I don't want to.
You're creating a YouTube.
This is an ad. I don't listen to this bullshit. Fuck you, kid.
So he just said we're not supposed to watch this.
Hey, Hunter,
He said we're supposed to watch
I'm live right now on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now.
All right, you all listen at
You look
this.
good in those jeans,
For
honey.
9 students, this Canvas module is an individual assignment. All students should be working silently with headphones. When there are 5 minutes left in class,
I'm live on YouTube.
have them put the laptop back.
You should watch my stream. I'm streaming all day, Hunter.
I'll do it. Did you use a blood drive?
I'm gonna be streaming so my phone dies. It'll probably be like, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like 5th or
Okay, so
4th
you're
period.
finished with the blood drive.
Maybe.
I have put blood drive by your name.
Hunter, watch my live stream. I'm gonna be streaming all day. Look,
You gotta be 16.
How many people are on?
2.
That's your assignment.
Add me on Snapchat.
Okay,
At McKinnon Hunter.
okay.
He's a fat ass.
He's gay and dumb
No, I'm not.
and a faggot. He's dumb.
You know
What?
what's matter. You know the computer. You know 381?
Face, hoping to get you out, hoping to get you out. When you walk my way, gives you hell, hoping gives you hell.
Yeah, it's like a
When you find a man that gives you down, hoping gives you hell.
Dude, who's trying to listen to Airplanes by B.O.B.? Jaden, remember Airplanes by B.O.B.?
No.
No,
Should play it.
What's that one song?
I got magic.
Butterflies, it's you know that song?
Okay, now what about one?
You mean Fireflies?
Yes.
Oh, by Owl City?
All right,
Alexa, play Owl City Fireflies, Alexa.
read.
Okay, Google.
What you gonna do?
Hey Siri, how's your life going?
Hey Siri, play Fireflies by Owl City on Spotify.
Hey, have you ever thought about like Siri's listening for Hey Siri, so she's listening to like all of our conversations?
Oh.
Crazy.
Whoever left, I'm gonna.
All right, you all listen up. Your resume is due today. Let's get it done. Okay.
Good thing I already have a pre-made resume.
We export our project.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
Dude. I'm having a whole ass day.
Do it on the computer.
Okay.
She's gonna tell you how
Look
to
at
do
these
it on
shows
the
I have for no
instructions.
reason.
So listen to the instructions.
I don't know why.
They need to keep this out.
Okay,
Whatever.
Cranberry, cranberry, John.
Okay, your next assignment is this.
I look like I'm in a New Impact music video. You guys should follow New Impact. Do you know Nathaniel Robinson?
Oh, yeah.
He's the lead
Next
guitarist
assignment,
and singer and coordinator and director and producer. No, there's also Connor Riggs and this other dude named Jackson, but I'm a better Jackson than him.
go to the next part of the
But he's
module
pretty cool.
when you finish your resume.
I'm gonna make their videos because
I used to be best friend with Kenneth
I
Jackson.
make videos like this one. They all kind of suck though, but I'm getting okay at it.
No, you have to do your assignment.
Hey Olivia, you should watch my live stream on YouTube. I'm live all day until my phone dies. I'm gonna be live. I'm at a whole 93, so. What's up, man? Wanna watch my live? Wanna watch my live stream? I'm live streaming all day until my phone dies. Why? Because I'm bored. No. Jack's off.
Wait, J-A-X.
Yeah.
J-A-X.
JAXOFF. I'm at 90, and I've been streaming for about 20 minutes, and I went down 10%.
I think
50 minutes?
get a black screen, but
That's what I thought. Either 5th or 4th.
Does anybody else you know have a charger?
That was my first video on that channel.
Does anybody else you know have a charger? I mean, like a phone like yours.
Probably one person, and he's a fuck ass. His name's Zachary Grimes, and he has like autism or something.
to help people.
This is your idea to stream all day.
I want
You do
money.
it all the time. Drop that right now. When you ain't never been sick, you gotta IV on. Okay.
Well, when's the last time we've been to the doctor? I've been in like
I had
2 years.
Oh yeah, 'cause you ain't like me.
I had the flu like on Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving break coming up.
What does it even do?
That's funny.
Like, no cap, what does it do?
I've been to the doctor since like last time I was sick, and I'm never sick.
Dude, I'm sick all the freaking time.
Bro, I'm just tired. Like, I'm never sick. I'm just tired.
Are yours working? Your headphones working?
Dare me to ask the sub if she can watch my live stream on YouTube. Alright, y'all. We're gonna do a social experiment. In the hood, gone wrong, gone sexual. Alright, watch this.
Wait. I'm waiting.
Oh shit. Mr. Huffman's in here. Is that Mr. Huffman? Yeah, that's Mr. Huffman.
What? I can't turn on my.
Hold on, I'm gonna work on my resume. I'm trying to get this grade up. I have a whole 70 shit in here.
What are we supposed to do?
Make a resume and then
What? Like Google Notes?
in Word, you know. I think I have one saved on here.
Okay, you all. Let's
Dang.
get started on our assignment. It is due at
How do you
the end
remove a
of
word?
class.
Like 10 steps or some shit? She said 2 steps.
For me,
Live chat.
girls the same thing.
That's
That's
funny.
why there is no person. That's why she couldn't get it. She only got 3 Miss White, 8 permit and permit, same thing. Permit and permit.
One is a noun, and one is a verb. Depending on how you use it.
She's getting the her permit.
That's a noun. That's something.
So
But if I permit you to do
Yeah,
something,
what's up?
I allow you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care for you. I'm still saying permit. Oh,
Okay.
Let's start yelling.
Oh.
no, I just took it out yesterday. I was like, I can't eat it, so I took it out.
Did you rent that fried chicken you owed me today?
Do I eat fried chicken? I don't know how that
What do
works.
we have for lunch today? Bro?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look at it.
Is it a whole Tuesday yet?
Yes, dude. That's like nachos, probably.
I hate nachos.
Their nachos are actually pretty okay.
On the days that they cook them right.
Yeah. I mean, they're alright. I've never had, like, you can't really make bad nachos. It's really hard to do that.
That's the shit's weak, though.
I mean, no, it's not.
Same thing with, like,
Dude,
pizza.
my nachos are good, dude. I like make bacon and shit and put it in there, like sour cream.
Put bacon in your nachos?
Yeah.
I've never done that before, but
It's
that
good.
sounds like on the next level of, like, whoa.
Or like, you know that like cheap, the little cheap steak you can buy? You put it, I'll do that and I'll shred it up. And put like mozzarella, and I'll do like mozzarella cheese on the steak.
I just, like, go to Taco Bell.
We are having
Like, I can make nachos.
I don't like Taco
nachos.
Bell's food. I like my food better.
we're having nachos,
Yeah, I'm a genius.
and then tomorrow we're having.
we're having cinnamon rolls? Shit, yeah.
Dude, there we go. I have fucking a resume right here. Done.
And watch how we have pizza.
Are we having Friday?
Resume.
They didn't even say. It just says what we're having for breakfast.
Hope we have the little chicken sandwiches thing. Them things are good.
What thing?
Those little chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like the Chick-fil-A.
We haven't had those in a whole while.
We had them like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember that. Maybe it wasn't here.
I'm in a rock mood today.
In elementary school, there used to be like this dude who was the plug. for like
Dude,
sauces.
how come elementary school food used to be better?
On me, like grits in elementary school. Oh my god, they were good.
Like, I went to
Elementary school grilled cheese was good right up until they started making it in like a goldfish form.
I went to Allen, and then it was good, but then I went to this private school, and then it was fucking good.
What public school did you go to?
They had like whole lesson.
Where'd you go?
Winton. They had a whole lesson of those. And then I went to Alabama for a while, and it was bad there. And it was worse than the weekend. Oh, dude, I got a 100 in there.
Or
That's my grade. That's my grade. Still a 68.
So we have to make a resume.
Dude, I'm about to get thrown out of this school so hard. I might get whiplash. Like, I'm gonna miss y'all if I get kicked out of here.
miss you.
68.
Where you going, Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh god.
A 66, a 53, and
You
a
don't get
68.
ripped. But
No, I got friends that go to Jordan because I know them from Arnold because that's where they're all zoned to. So
if you know the next
if I go to Jordan, I'll see y'all there now.
North side?
Cole will be right behind you though.
I know.
Wait, Cole's not supposed to be
How many classes do you feel in?
Much as you probably.
How many classes?
Or probably more.
It's like 6.
I'm feeling 32.
6. Yes. Can we trade addresses? I want to go here so bad.
Like, and I have magnet, so I'm about to get kicked out.
I'm about to get kicked out, but not just out of Magnet.
Are you
I'm about to
magnet?
get kicked out of the school. Like,
If she like checks she can check my grade any day now, and I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that letter. I didn't hear anything off the video.
I need to. I'm growing my hair out like very long. Like I'm talking about like right here.
I'm gonna get twists.
dude,
I'll
I'll grow it out with you. Because I've never grown it out past, like, this.
I remember growing it out past like right here.
This is the longest I've grown my hair out.
Dude, I used to have like a hole around my head. My hair didn't even like that. I'm growing that shit out long. Cause then I'm gonna cut it real short. I'll look sexy.
Dude, I wanna go bald for the summer and then grow it out from like the first
Oh
year
my
out of
God,
school,
this.
I'm gonna go bald
Look out.
and then see what's gonna happen. Like I wanna see how it grows, you know?
Look up Jacob Eason. Look up Jacob Eason.
You know how people do that time lapse thing where they take a picture every day?
Yeah.
I'm about to do that shit with all my hair. Like I'll shave on my head. I'll shave my head
Okay,
and then
images.
I'll like take a picture every day that goes by.
We thought Jacob Eason was good.
Now, what do you need?
Yeah, hair like that.
Oh, yeah, that's what you need. Something.
Listen to the hot chili peppers, man.
What do you need? Hey, you listen to the video. Okay, listen to it again so you know what to do.
I don't want to wear a shoe on that.
Okay, I'm gonna put you right up here and I'm gonna wish you one.
I'm Merry Christmas. It's supposed to be the last time I'm gonna see you, so.
Uh-oh.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? You probably gonna be here. Never know.
She's probably gonna be here tomorrow.
Or you might be in Miss Smith class.
All right, let's do you.
So I know nobody's watching right now, but if you're watching like after it goes up as a video, who saw X's album and what are your thoughts on it? Like, I thought it was pretty good.
It was terrible.
I thought it was good.
Terrible. He's dead for a reason.
So,
Okay.
I was using his.
Okay, you don't have any.
No.
Come here.
Right here.
Okay, now I'm gonna start taking some notes on your behaviors.
So, am I sitting over here to get headphones?
Right now, you just sitting there until I can find Constitution. Are you disturbing everybody
Am I?
on that side?
That's tough.
Okay. What you do is just calling on your time. Well, maybe put your headphones. Take mine.
But if I watch the video, why am I over here? Like, the fuck?
Hey, man, you're disturbing me.
Can I, ma'am, can I submit my resume?
No.
I had it finished. I was trying to submit it. Oh, okay.
You want to go to the library and, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
For your computer.
That's over
Okay,
here.
give me this.
Oh, you
Turn
want
it
it?
on.
I can turn it off.
Turn it on.
Turn it on?
Off.
Oh, okay. Give it to you? Hey, you just... Oh, it's still up. Lit. Alright. Just hold. Just you do the live stream.
Nobody can hear me still. It probably still can hear.
Alright, so this is what we're doing. I'm putting my phone in here. I'm not trying to have that old lady have my phone. The show must go on. Let's fucking go, dude.
She said,
Actually, I'll take the whole thing.
if the student finishes with their resume, they may move on to the other part of the module. The work
There's a
on the
resume part?
module, Alan, playing a visual for the Shark Tank presentation. For the Shark Tank presentation. And the presentation begins.
Don't worry about that.
That's creative, really. That's good, Timothy. I love it. Okay, let me see some of your resumes. What you got? You're gonna have to type the information into her. And type your information into her assignment. Yeah.
I already submitted it.
No, she wants you to put it into her. Follow her direction.
Yeah, it just says upload your resume. So I'm pretty sure this means like upload a Word document.
I don't even put the stuff set on Office 365. Just FYI.
Are you finished? Okay, go do that. Okay. Okay, what are you gonna do? What are you doing? clean that.
You mean?
White. See, there's a rubber band in there.
No rubber band.
Okay. Anybody got any stuff?
What do you put your skills right here? She said delete that if you don't have it. Just delete the whole thing.
Okay. Who has headset from the library? Randy, send them back.
So that's a library.
Can I go to the restroom?
Did you finish the video?
I'll go with you. Actually, don't finish the video.
Did you do your resume? Okay, you all, your resume is due at the end of this class, so go ahead and send it. Or submit it if you're finished.
It's about quick service.
Okay, there's one more page.
Olivia, you got a hair talk? Hair talk?
On the video it showed we had 2 days to do it. Right? Or am I wrong?
Now, what I want you to do is, go ahead, submit your resume, and let's start putting our computers back up.
Oh yeah, 2 days to do it. We're still here. We haven't been caught with this phone yet.
Did you all get finished? When you do what you're supposed to do, then keep around here. What they doing
Always having your hand to hold in the blues of California. Ooh, if heaven is anywhere, it's right here. Oh.
Welcome back from the dark.
All right, go ahead and put your computers up if you're finished.
I'm streaming right now. I'm unmuted for. Get out of here, bro. Yeah. How do I unmute myself?
YouTube.
There we go. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube.
You still live?
ASMR. What's my percentage? Whoa, I'm at 81. I was at a 99 when I got here.
Hey, Corey,
But-
he's not gonna make it a finish.
Yeah, I'm already at 81. Maybe. What?
He's just yelling. I'm already at 81. Oh, we don't know.
Alright, everybody. No. Why is it so zoomed in? What the fuck? How do I zoom out? There we go. Oh, that's about right. So,
51 minutes.
first period was pretty nice, you know. I just got my phone taken up, so we were in the dark for a little bit. But
We're going for 7 times your phone taken up today.
let's see if we can get to fifth period. You know, we're gonna aim for that.
The bell's gonna ring soon.
YouTube. I deleted my channel, but I have the same username, so you can probably find me if you want to. What does it do? Yeah, the name of the stream is just Tag. Will, don't leave me. What the fuck? I don't know what that was about. I'm streaming. That was Donovan Wright. What's up, New Impact? Whoa. Yeah, I'm doing a stream where I just stream my whole day. Yeah. I don't know if I'll make it though. I might make it the 5th, maybe. I'm at 81% right now, and I didn't bring my charger because I'm dumb. So, alright, see you. What's up, Carlos? I'm live right now on YouTube.
Oh.
Alright guys, let's get the science on. Where's Cole at? Is he in here? Scholar F. D1. I'm live on YouTube right now. I've been live for 54 minutes.
What's up, gamers?
Don't do that.
We're gonna take you through gamer class. Gamer class. Where's your camera at? No one's watching. This is a game.
Stop. I'm live streaming my full day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When's your phone gonna die?
I'm at 81. I've been streaming. No, I'm at 79 now. I've been streaming since first, so
I'll probably make it.
I hope I'll make it. Victor, what kind of phone do you have?
I see.
An iPhone? Fuck off. Status symbol, asshole. What's up, heifers?
I just saw him this morning.
Alright. Everybody, I'm live on YouTube.
Oh my god, no.
Connor, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Oh, hey man.
Hey, Midland. Hey, Midland.
Cinnamon.
You're live right
I'm live right now. Is there anyone even watching though?
now. He's gonna be watching in the middle of the fucking Tuesday. But I'm live on YouTube. Fuck off, Shelby. Just kidding. There were like 3 viewers like last period. I'm gonna see if I can get through the whole day. I already got my phone taken out.
It's on your YouTube.
There you
It's not YouTube, it's Instagram.
go. No, it's YouTube.
That's YouTube. Get it right.
YouTube.
Bro, everybody on my spam like the picture where it says, man, take your fucking order.
Wait.
Clout. Time to go. Hey Siri, he was taking a shit. No, like we were walking. I'm gonna go take a shit. Anyway, we're gonna go take a shit.
No, he does it really fast.
He takes shits fast.
He was at my house. And
I ate breakfast at like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I had to shit. Yeah. So basically, I'm monkey.
Basically, I'm Mickey.
Wait, we're doing this. Alright.
Okay, grab a seat. Try to figure this out. Don't worry about these papers yet. I'll tell you when to pick them up. We'll start laying them out.
No, but when the live stream is done, it goes up as a regular video. So the name of this video is just gonna be like me trying to live stream the whole day. So, I've been live streaming since first period. I'm gonna see if I can make it to like 7.
I'll watch it whenever I go to my parents' wedding. I'm gonna go to a wedding today. I'm checking out at 12.
I'm gonna start doing fucking daily vlogs.
Yes, dude, that should be so funny.
Like, I'll do like lives and have people like donate and shit. Like, I'm walking around, you know, like Ice Poseidon?
Yes!
Or like Asian Andy.
Dude, Asian Andy's so fucking down.
You just got me tucking on your Bluetooth line?
Yeah.
Can they hear me?
Maybe. I don't know how his sound range is. Maybe.
Let me feed you a piece of wine.
Let's do it for
Stop it.
inappropriate content. I'm gonna get demonetized. Wow. Demonetized? Oh. I don't have any money.
Say what?
Just be right back.
You should shout me out on your Instagram so I can get more clout. Trying to get my clout up, you know?
Oh, my Instagram?
Anybody.
600 followers.
What? Oh, there you go. I missed you.
Come on, show on in. Take your time. There you go.
Anybody got like a Galaxy 8 or higher?
Will's in the bathroom. He had some bathroom troubles, so he'll be late.
He has his stomach hurts.
His stomach is hurting, so he'll be late. I just want to let you know he's here.
Does anyone have Miss Melton? Do you have a Galaxy 8 or higher? I need USB type. Okay.
She's not a loser.
I need USB type 3 or I'm gonna die.
I learned one operating system and I'm just too old to try to learn something new. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, reflection.
Oh my
reflection,
god.
reflection. Look at this.
That's crazy. Whoa. Like
this video if you like vaginas.
I also do.
I also like vaginas. Look.
Alright, so I made triangles.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16.
More than 16.
Really?
24.
More than 24.
What do you guys think? How many triangles are there?
Higher.
I'm gonna die.
44. Huh? 44. That was it.
Dude, I already got my phone taken up last period.
Alright, hey, I'm gonna be honest.
She's like, give it me.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Last year was
Yeah, it kept live streaming.
Yeah,
So it was just like, she put it in a bag, so it was black. I walked into the bag, I was like, it's okay guys, the stream must go on.
Alright, so I didn't get it either. When I first did it, I was low. And then I looked at the answer and they said it was 44. I'm like, 44?
How?
So I went back and played around. Took me a couple of times, but I eventually counted 44. So, some big mistakes. I don't know. Most of you seeing this as a triangle. Everybody got that, and everybody's got this one. What else? Remember, don't forget that this whole big section here is one triangle.
Oh.
All right, so that's it. And then if it's here, it could be here as well.
What is this?
So each square, basically, you could look at it. You know, it can move around a little bit.
I mean, I'm feeling geometry, so.
Yeah. So it was. This was my least favorite brain teaser out of the bunch because I didn't get it right. But I figured I'd put it up. So 44 is what they said.
You got a 36.
All right, so before we get started, go ahead and get some paper out, something to write with, just have it out. Hey, listen, put your phones away. Today is the only day that we're really dedicated to putting out the information. Yesterday you did a little bit of research. You got a good foundation. Today we'll add to it.
Like I said, Pepperson, at the shower, you might sink.
some songs to show you on Saturday.
Okay. Oh yeah, you guys are able to come on Saturday.
Who's coming?
Will, you, and Donovan. That's what I'm trying to get.
If Will even shows up.
Hey. See the box?
Yes.
What's the box?
Phone box.
Yeah.
Is my phone okay like that?
Alright.
Just like face down.
Okay.
On the mic.
Okay.
Make my phone like face
Why you
down
got the
like
video
that.
for?
There's a video up?
And why are you taping yourself?
It's like a live stream.
It's a vlog.
Here, I can put it out. Alright, it's off.
Alright. Alright, so hey, let's for the first little bit, I read a couple of the papers. I went through and then I liked some of the comments. Number 6, and we'll revisit that from yesterday's activity. How does acids and bases affect our daily lives? A lot of students commented about agriculture, and then it was, hey, it's found in almost everything, water-soluble kind of stuff. We were talking about someone mentioned batteries, others mentioned food. So it's out there. We're immersed with it. Medicines, a lot of things, bases. More basic or alkaline or in medicines, things of that nature. But remember a couple years ago I was teaching environmental science, so these were some slides from a phenomenon back then that ties in with acids and bases. So sit back. This is not testable. I just thought it was kind of cool to know, and you can see the impact of some things. But in any case, 1952, so not too long ago. All right. Everybody, have you seen movies of London? It's typically foggy, early winter kind of days. So this day was probably not very unlike many other days. People get up in the morning, walk into school and things of that nature. But this tox was classified as the killer fog that blankets London. All right, during that day, actually a couple of days, about 4,000 people were hospitalized, and 15,000, 150,000, and 4,000 actually died as a result of this killer fog. All right. So here's some pictures that were in the local paper of that day, what it looked like. People again getting up, children going walking to school. There were reports. I did a little deeper reading in environmental science. The fog was so thick in some spots that kids got misoriented walking to school. What else? The ones that took ill quickest were the smaller kids and elderly people, and obviously anyone with a respiratory problem like asthma succumbed to this fairly quickly. All right, and for the long time, the reason or what this was went unchallenged or undiscovered. Just about 5 years ago, scientists pinpointed it to sulfuric acid was the cause. And what happened is London at the time was using coal as a primary energy source for creating electricity, so coal-fired plants. And what had happened is something with the weather that day, the fog, it was just perfect conditions, the sulfuric dioxide coming out from coal burning kind of mixed and stayed really low to the ground and created an acidic haze, if you will. And that's what killed a hospital of 150,000 people and killed 4,000. So we still burn coal today. China's a big coal burner. And again, they burn it to turn the turbine and create electricity. But that's their primary source of to create electricity is coal. India is another country. So the 2 most populated countries in the world are burning coal like crazy to create enough electricity for their people. All right. Germany, we don't a lot of times thank Germany, but Germany did away with all their nuclear power plants. But they have a large reserve of coal. They use other, as we learned in nuclear power, they've got wind and things like that, but they still burn coal. And guess what? Even us. We're burning coal like crazy. So we haven't had, obviously we've never had an incident like toxic fog or anything like that here, but I wanted to tie this back in to remember our lesson on matter. Everything that we burn, we can't destroy it. We're just kind of, oops. My bad.
What? You go where? Yeah. It's probably you, Donovan, and Will, and we're gonna make a video.
All right, so
you know, Mr. Beast.
everything being burnt, just think about the tons and tons of material or matter that we're burning in coal. Yeah, we end up with some ash, but all of that stuff goes up into the atmosphere. So that was my little
So
30,
Mr.
40,
Beast
45
does those
seconds
things
of
where it's
environmental
like
science. that I like
first
to
person to
time.
leave the circle gets.
All right, acid rain is really more closely related to this, I think, because that's another real world problem.
The quiet game.
Acid rain is a byproduct of sulfur dioxide, which is here, and nitrogen oxides. Get that from factories, again, fossil burning kind of plant, automobile exhaust. And this mixes with the atmosphere and creates an acid rain. Yes, it's not like this, it's not going to burn your skin, but it will change the pH balance of the water. All right, and that has a cascading effect. All right. It also changes the infrastructure. Marble, things like that are very susceptible to acid rain. If you go down to Savannah, a couple years ago I visited the cemetery. It's one of the oldest on this side of the East Coast, and got gravestones in there like 1700s. It just blows my mind that something that long ago, and we still preserve it. But in any case, some of those gravestones you can't even read the writing, and the reason for that is because of the weathering and the exposure to the high acidic rainfall that we have here, acid rain. It has an effect on the plants as well. I'm an avid hiker. I hiked the trails, Appalachian Trail. I was in North Carolina, and it was all green, everything's beautiful. And as I crested the top of the hill, I looked into the valley, and as far as I could see, it looked like this, right? And for a moment, I was kind of taken back. I was like, whoa! Like, don't go any further. Something's happened here, Then it clicked. It took like a couple more seconds. Like, all right, environmental scientists came in. And like, this is the effect of acid rain. So I explained that to my wife. But yeah, she didn't really. She was worried about walking through it like there was almost some kind of contaminant. Like, worried about can we breathe it? I was like, yeah, this is just the acid rain effect. So. Great Smoky Mountains, there's a little pocket there that is just wreaking havoc.
Acid snow.
It does kill fish and other amphibious wildlife like frogs and salamanders. pH balance, and again, this has a cascading effect. You kill the small stuff, just like you've learned in biology in the past, it has a ripple effect through nature. All right? Acid rain. It depends on the organism, but a slight change in the pH balance. And as you probably learned from yesterday, when you were doing your research, water is neutral. It's on the pH scale, it's 7. So you go a little bit to the left on the pH scale, a little bit to the acidic side, and it starts to disrupt things. Smaller things like snails and clams, trout in the Great Smoky Mountains are affected most with just a slight change, but you can see the scale. All right, so
is milk acidic?
Here in the United States, what you see in green is more closer to neutral water, and what you see here for us, we're hovering around the 5 point something acidic level. I had my soil tested for, your parents do probably, if they got any kind of lawn service, you get it tested to see what the pH balance is. That way they know what to add. Here we add lime to kind of neutralize it. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But in any case, our area right here is a little bit more acidic compared to the rest of the United States. That's not all bad. It just means that tomato plants grow really well here. But some things we have to neutralize. If the acidic level is too high, we can add a base to it and neutralize, and we'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow. All right, so that was it. Kind of sit back. All right, get your papers out. Let's get ready to take a few notes. Learning targets if you were absent. These are the words from last week. Here's the newer words. All right. Mainly, look, don't make this harder than what it is. You've got to be able to talk smartly about acids and bases. That's really it.
Gold.
Talk about properties and characteristics. And we're going to do a lab tomorrow. We'll check that block. But at the end of this lab, you're going to be able to probably more closely visualize what type of substances in your houses are acids and then what are bases, based off of this little lab.
I left my key at my house.
So let's start off with a lot of information here. All of these slides are on Canvas. Out of all of this, really the thing that I think that's most important on this slide is sometimes when you see an acid, it'll be identified or with a H+. When you see that symbol, it means it's acid. And again, we're talking about a hydrogen atom. And when a hydrogen atom loses that electron, it becomes more positive.
How do I know if my
So kind
windows
of
are
what we're
locked?
talking about here is that we're left with that proton. So H+ is an acid. And we're talking about hydrogen. In fact, pH means potential of hydrogen. That's what we're talking about. Also referred to as hydrogen ion or hydronium ion is another way sometimes to see it.
I'm prank proof.
So what I'm trying to say out of this slide here, a lot of times, I mean, we often make up some kind of written test. We'll say acid, but sometimes you'll see things
How'd you like
referred to as
extra
H+
album?
or hydrogen ion, or hydrogen
I liked,
ion, all that.
like
referred
3
to
songs
as,
on there.
get lost
Which one?
in the text.
That's a good one.
It's not even like, I think it's like.
All right, more importantly, this is kind of what you need to really
like,
put in memory.
It's solar.
Here are the
What
characteristics.
is?
Now listen,
I like
the question, if you read
Guardian
something
Angel.
that
Train
says
Food was
that
pretty
the
good, I thought.
solution was sour tasting,
And what was the other one?
they're referring to an acid. Again, acids are typically found in most
One
of
with
your
Kanye
foods
West.
in your house. We're talking about inside your house. Most foods and condiments are probably more acidic than
When's that coming out? Okay.
On that pH scale that many of you read and researched yesterday, we'll talk a little bit more in depth about it today. Acids are below 7. 7 being neutral, 7 is water, H2O. It's right here in the middle, neither acid or base. And your
Doesn't put a
acids
single
are
in, right?
everything to the left of that, which is 6 all the way down. The further from neutral, if you're looking at the top of the board here, picture this being a pH chart, pH level scale, neutral's in the middle. As we go to the left, the further from neutral, the stronger it is, the stronger the acid takes us down. Now, that was a paper. Another characteristic, it reacts with metals, produce hydrogen gas. Listen up, all acids are conductors of electricity. Again, all acids are conductors of electricity. The further away from the neutral setting, 7 being neutral, so the stronger the acid, the better the conductivity. The better it will allow electricity to pass through it. So, if you were thinking about a car battery, it would be pretty acidic.
Pretty acidic.
All right. Corrosive. All acids are corrosive, and again, the stronger the acid, the more corrosive it is. Meaning that it will burn your skin or burn something.
How corrosive is milk?
How corrosive is milk?
It depends on the strength of the acid. Again, this is neutral 7, something that an acid solution of 6, meaning it's just right here on the other side of neutral, would be a very mild acid, not very corrosive.
Like hot sauce.
I don't know, hot sauce, I don't know.
Like lime juice.
Yeah, lime juice, something citrus, would be a very mild acid.
Mr. Kohler, what about the acid?
Dr. Pepper.
That would be probably a stronger.
Why is that? Why isn't it?
I don't know, just it's a stronger concentration.
It's some belly yellow.
All right. All right, bases are the other side. We'll come back. So again, on a pH scale, if you were to look right up here, this would be 7. This is the lower end. Now we're talking bases. We're on the upper end, like this would be 7 all the way up to 14. 14 being the strongest. So again, it's away from the center. A lot of times bases are identified as hydroxide ions or OH negative. Now here's the catch. Listen to me. Bases. So if somebody said it's a base, all right, we got it. It can also be referred to as basic solution. That solution is a base. All right. So the term basic. Another one and more common term used is alkaline. If it's an alkaline solution, it is very basic or base. It's a base.
I want to see how far I can go.
Hey, pay attention.
Yes, sir.
All right. Those terms, I'm letting you know, a lot of times test makers will use the term alkaline. If you hear that term, that means base. Or if they call it a basic solution, that doesn't mean simplistic. That means that it is actually the opposite of acid.
It's like slick.
And lastly, sometimes you'll see OH negative, and we know that is also symbol for base.
Stop taking my chair.
No, she won't stop.
Please stop.
Okay.
I guess this would be a good, well, before we go much further, because we're talking about this scale, you know, I'll talk about neutralization once we get to the pH scale and you can see it.
Trap ice.
TV line look cool.
Shit hurt.
So key points on this slide. What is a base? OH negative equals base. Sometimes the word basic solution obviously will be used instead of base. And then lastly, anything when you see the word alkaline, I want you to think a base. Here are the characteristics. Bases are more bitter in taste. So again, a food in a refrigerator or somewhere, if it tastes bitter, it's probably a base. And in terms of your household substances, most of these bases are found in your soaps and cleaners.
Lower.
On a pH scale,
More to the left.
again, neutral is 7, so your bases are going to be 8, and all the way up to 14 is going to be higher. For neutral is 7, everything above that. And just like acids, the stronger the base, the better conductivity it has, and the more corrosive it is. So, if the base falls just at a scale of 8, it's a very mild base. It would still be a conductor of electricity, it just wouldn't be the best. And it would still be corrosive somewhat, but not super corrosive or very strong. When compared to like 14 or even 10.
Chloe, you want to play Gary's Mod? Chloe, you want to play Gary's Mod?
It's like your way.
I have a piece of gum that I got from cold bath.
Questions up to this point?
It's not.
All right, side by side, one more time. These were the two previous slides. Again, for comparison, acid, sour, bases are bitter. In terms of household substances, acids are typically found in your foods, bases in your cleaners. Acids have a pH balance less than 7. Bases are greater than 7. Acids turn litmus paper red. So it turns blue litmus paper red. I guess it'd be a good point to put this in. All right, so how do you determine at what level or pH balance? Well, there's right here, indicator. There's ways that we could come up with indicators. Here are litmus paper. We have blue and red. Now, what these do, they will determine if it's an acid or a base, but you can't tell how strong it is. It just determines it either acid or base. If you dip blue litmus paper into the solution and it turns red, blue paper turns red, it's an acid. If you dip this red in a solution, it turns blue, it's a base. So it's got two different papers. You have to play around with it. These are okay. The way I remember that, by the way, is look at the one it ends with. If it ends with blue, B, that's a base. So on a test, it'd be like bases turn red litmus paper blue. True or false, or something like that. That would be true. All right. So take a look at the color. Whatever the color, the ending color, if it's blue, it's a base. Red is an acid. Now, a better indicator is this pH strip here. It looks like this. Tomorrow, during your lab, you'll have these little strips, Kyron. We'll cut them up. Now look, important, I'll touch base with tomorrow. Make sure your hands are dry when you're handling the strips. I don't want to get cross-contamination, but you dip it in the solution, and there's a scale that you'll compare it to. And your acids are typically colored in red. It'll turn this red. And anything in the blue or purple range are going to be a base. So what happens, you dip the paper in the solution and you match it up. All right? And that tells you the level or strength of that acid or base. That's what you're going to be doing tomorrow. Again, pH. I think all of you saw this, or a majority of you did. pH stands for potential of hydrogen. When it was first coined, that term, it was the power of hydrogen, but that's what the pH means, potential of hydrogen. We're dealing with hydrogen atoms here. So acids, again, 0 to 6 on the scale. 7 being neutral, that's your water, and 8 to 14 are the bases, which are blue on your paper. So red is acids, blue are bases, and again, that deals with a litmus paper. pH strips, there's various ranges. Tomorrow you'll see when you dip the strip in, it's going to be very close. I'll show you a color here in a second, what it looks like. Here's, you good with this? Everybody good? All right. And what we're doing, we're measuring the presence of hydronium ions. That's what we're doing with this strip. All right.
Stop fighting.
Hey, stop. Turn around. So far, pretty easy to wrap your head around?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is not a very difficult concept. You just got to remember the colors a little bit. Red for acid, blue for base. And then classification, kind of commit some of that stuff to memory. And no matter what question they throw at you, you can probably decipher and figure it out. All right, so here's this color chart.
I'm not trying to die.
Again, tomorrow, you're going to be given, there's going to be like 10 different solutions set up. And as a team, you're going to go around and you're going to basically identify each one of them and classify it as what is it, an acid or a base, to the point to where you can tell how strong it is. All right? Hey,
does it go past 4?
Now listen, tomorrow you're going to see this. You're going to dip the strip into the solution and then start to compare it, and you're going to realize that, hey, man, it's not quite orange, but it's not quite yellow. Well, what that means, it's like a 5.5. It's kind of like in the middle. Some of them, it's I played around with it yesterday. Man, it's hard to, it's not quite orange, and it's maybe closer to yellow. That means it's probably like a, it's kind of like in the middle there, So it's not like a digital scale or anything where you're going to get a 6.3, but you guys get the idea. Pretty close, get you the ballpark. How do you neutralize? All right, some of you mentioned agriculture. Hey, stop. Our soil here in this area is very acidic. Sometimes things don't grow very well. Flowers, for instance, don't grow very well. Or tomato plants and grow really well. But some other crops don't. How can we affect the acidity level? It's called neutralization. Check it out. Hey, if I have a soil that's down to this range, all I do, I want to get it closer to the 7, the neutral. All right? So what I could do is I add a base that's on this side to counter it. Anti-acid. When you have a stomach and your stomach's creating more acid, you take a Tums. Everybody with me? Mm-hmm. That Tums is a base. So when you have a lot of acid in your stomach, you take a base tablet and it kind of neutralizes. Everybody get it? Yeah. So it's just like adding liquids or something, and you're trying to get the blend, trying to get it back down to 7 being neutral. So we can do this with plants or soil. We can add something that's more acidic to raise the acidity level. And so if the soil is very basic, we can add something to it to make it more acidic, and vice versa. We can, if like our soil is typically acidic, we can add lime to it, and it will make it more basic. Everybody good? All right. That's neutralization. Adding the opposite of what you're trying to do to raise it and neutralize it. Get it closer to 7. Now listen, this was the big one. Out of everything we've covered so far, this was the hardest for some people to wrap their head around. Earthquakes, for instance. Everybody understand that earthquake, what's the scale? A Richter scale of like 1. Earthquake that's register 2 is not just like 1 higher. No, it's like, I think it's 100 times higher or something crazy like that. Power of 10 here, all right? So for every number over, it's 10 times. So if I had water and I'm comparing a base that is an 8, how much stronger is that base compared to the water? It's 10 times more basic. If I'm comparing it with a 9, it's 10 times 10 is 100. It's 100 times more basic than the water. Is everybody good with that so far? You could do it this way as well. How much stronger, in comparison, a base that is 10 and a base that is 12? How much stronger is 12? 2 times stronger. 2 times. So it's 10 times 10. It's 100 times, not 2 times. It's 100 times stronger. Everybody get it? Look, chances are, hey, this is a high-level question. Very, very likely to see something like this on the Georgia milestone. The other, hey, look at me. The other high-level question is this. All right? The stuff that, yes, they're going to have some questions on there. Ladies, stop talking. Look, they're going to have questions on there to talk about the characteristics. But the 2 highest order kind of thinking questions that make you go through like a problem solving is this. They're going to give you an example of soil being too acid. What would you add to neutralize it? Well, you got to understand what neutralization is, and then you got to understand if it's acid, you got to add a base to it to bring it down. That's a high order thinking question. Here's the other one. They're going to compare 2 solutions. How much stronger is this one compared to that? All right, and you understand they're going to have that. Is it 1, 2, 3 times stronger? Because that's what the scale looks like. Don't get suckered into that. Remember the power of 10. If it's 3 over, it's 10, 100, 1,000. Everybody with me? So 10 times 10, 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000, and so forth, 10,000. So, for instance, an acid that registers a 5 compared to a 2, how much stronger? 1, 2, 3, it's 3 times over. The acid that registers 2 is basically 1,000 times stronger acid than the first one. Does everybody get that?
Oh, I thought
Yes?
it was 0. I get what you're saying. So you start at like, say if it says 6 and 8.
6 and 8, well,
Go up.
they're going to give you they're going to give you an acid or a base. So they're going to give you 8 and maybe 11.
Okay.
How much stronger is 11 compared to 8? 1, 2, 3, it's 1,000 times.
I thought that was mine.
All right? Does everybody understand that? Look, they call this a DOK3 question. That is about it. When it comes to this stuff, the rest of it is just really memorization, understanding that acids are red and they taste sour and bases are bitter and soaps, all that's just memory recall stuff. It's this, right? And it's this neutralization that's going to get you. That's the hardest stuff they can ask. Neutralization, what do you add to our soil? It's going to be something with carbon in it, like a baking soda would lower. And think of your anti-acid pills. So, lime, things like that. All right, let's move on. Got just a couple minutes. All right, real quick. Let's see what you got. Any questions at this point? That concludes the brief. If you wrap your head around that is it, really. All right? So 3 questions again. Both acids and bases. What's the best answer here? Does everybody see D? Is that the best answer?
No. Electricity and water.
Both of these do not turn red litmus paper blue. That is correct. Only one does that. If it ends with blue, what are we talking about? That's a base. Both are not in soaps and donate protons to solutions. It's this one. Conduct electricity and water. Both will do it. Which one is strong? Which one is a better conductor?
B.
No. D is the answer.
Definitely water.
Listen up. The further we get from the center, these are the better conductors. Way out here. Going back. This is a great conductor of electricity. This one is not so good. This one, not at all. 7 is not at all. All right. Number 2. What properties do most household cleaners have in common? Are they all acidic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Negative.
Wait, no, they had a scrubby daddy thing that's not acidic.
Scrubby daddy.
They all turn litmus paper red, and it's not that. It is above 7. They're all have a pH balance above 7. All right, last one. What is the pH level of water? 7. All right, just so we're clear, it is 7. That means neutral.
Wait.
Neutral. Neither acid or base.
Mr. Coyer.
Non-conductive. No electricity.
Didn't you say that? Okay, so isn't water a good conductor of electricity?
No.
Oh.
H2O is not.
I thought because people put like.
Do you play Pokemon?
No, like people put toasters.
Yeah,
in the,
but that's mineral water. That's tap water.
oh.
Different.
In Pokemon, water type monsters are super effective. No, lightning monsters are super effective against water type monsters. So that means lightning doesn't mix with water.
Yeah, but we're talking what kind of water? All kinds of water. I'm talking
There's like-
steel. I'm talking pure water.
Like Gyarados.
Like no calories water.
All right, hey, we have
Like
for about 12 minutes. You can go over here and find your sheet, your activity. I'm calling it a revised revision. Yeah, I'm calling it a revision. Go find your paperwork. Some of you left some blank. I was starting to grade. You may see red marks on some of your paper. If that's the case, make sure you fix it. But otherwise, if there's no marks, double check your answers based off of what we've done today. Talked about. Some of you left the 3 substances blank. Fill it in. put it in the box. This is your last chance to make it happen, like a final revision, if you will. Your paper's over here. Go get your paper, take a look at it, make sure you're good. And then I'll put the grade in the grade book.
Why did you eat my fries?
Gyarados is the coolest water type Pokemon.
Yes.
Happy with it? Put it in the box.
Gyarados would eat Squirtle alive.
It's not in the box.
Let's find our shit.
Blastoise maybe, but not Squirtle.
Where's my shit's at, dog?
Blastoise is.
Do you guys know where my paper is?
Squirtle's
So much cooler.
Hey, what's up? I'm looking for my paper. What's up, sir? Okay, yeah. Every Pokemon game class
That doesn't mean nothing in Pokemon.
after Black and White,
You did a
Pokemon does not matter.
research. You can, it's on camera, take a picture of it, answer it. Same thing with you. For those that were absent yesterday, this is your work. You can start now. You can bring it to me tomorrow, turn it in if you were absent. If you weren't absent yesterday, do today.
Hey, Cole, turn this in for me. Turn this in for me, Cole. Real fast.
Again, if you were not absent yesterday, it's do today.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
He has 76. He has 76 million now.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Thanks.
PewDiePie has 76 million subscribers now.
You know the most famous YouTuber is like
That's a lie.
He makes the most money. He makes the most money.
Who?
He's 7-year-old White Power.
Hey,
White power.
All I do.
White power. Man power. White power.
White Power. Wait, I didn't think you White Power. You saw it. You saw it. Texting him.
Yeah.
I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes.
I know. I was like, I called her right there, and I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect opportunity too.
You want to see a picture of your car? No.
Well, look what I did to my arm. Well, look what I did to my arm. Fucking hurt.
Are you still watching it?
Yeah.
Hey.
For an hour and 40. This is Will.
Is anybody watching?
Miss Melton. You want to join my live stream?
No. I told y'all. I'll see y'all for defamation of character if you put me on YouTube or live stream or anything like that.
Okay.
You think I'm kidding?
I didn't get you in there though.
And actually, you need to cut it off.
Okay, I'll cut it off. I'm cutting it off now.
Oh, she thinks I'm boring too.
Give me my pocket. I don't want to get sued. Sued? Yeah. She's gonna sue. Defiance or definition of character or whatever. Gonna get nothing out of yeah, but she didn't get her whole, like, her picture in YouTube.
Yes, ma'am. Chance. Right. Are you good with yours? Chris, were you good with yours?
Honest.
Corville, are you good with yours?
Whoa!
Just another fucking high. God damn.
Language. Hey.
Check your phone. Only English. Not French.
I get to do a lot of French.
Can you French? It's French too. When I say excuse my French.
I say,
No.
bonjour.
I say bonjour. Comment allez-vous, monsieur?
You know more than I do, and I'm in French.
Bonjour.
In
Oui, oui.
French? I'm in French. Like, I'm in the class.
Yes, I do.
I'll assist you. Let's go, brothers. Because we got them all right.
Because
We're gamers, dude.
Gamers rise, dog.
Bro, fish.
gamer.
Let's fist each other.
No.
Not like that, you weirdo. Now you're a weirdo. Can we not bro fist like PewDiePie subscribers should?
But we're not 9.
Let's beat India.
We're gonna destroy India.
It's India versus one
I've never
dude.
watched it.
Who wants to get on my back?
YouTube guy. You never watched a YouTube video. His videos are hilarious.
I'm fighting you now.
He never watched a PewDiePie YouTube video in his life. And it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Then go blue.
Why are you breathing on his freaking neck, dude? I'm trying to look at
I'm groping my nipples.
Mine won't matter that
Beat
much.
India. Every sub matters.
Realize he gets like 7 more million views.
But that's not the point. We're trying to take over India, dude.
But it's like trying to take over Vivo. Like,
Trying to take over
I know, but it's like pro McCranky.
Okay, but still, he needs to be number 1. I can totally just like.
What is like Sim Gamers or something?
What?
What's the Sim Gamers? Yeah, T-Series is better.
No, it's not.
Have you even seen a T-Series video?
It's all.
This is how I feel.
It's Indian. It's like India movie review, movie trailers, and music videos.
Why is it called T-Series?
I don't know.
It's a weird name.
What? I haven't played Fortnite since like season 3.
Yo, I'm not touching that game anymore.
You play PUBG? You have a computer? You're a heifer. You should get a Discord.
I'm just so confused in Discord.
Well, me and Donovan could add you to our server. Huh? Yeah, just look it up on the app.
Try to get in the box.
Then you make your login. I'll send you the link. Midland, you should get Discord.
I'm not getting a Discord.
Get Discord. What do? Do you use like Skype?
Huh?
Do you use like Skype?
I just use a party in PlayStation.
Oh, do you have a computer?
I mean, I have a laptop unless you want me to play
Minecraft?
I'm not gonna be on a Discord with you and play Minecraft.
I play Minecraft like 3 times a week, Midland. I play a lot of Minecraft. But it's like modded Minecraft.
Hey, just shut the fuck up.
Get it out.
Huh? The higher the what the higher the something or something another
Hit or miss. Cole, hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
Alright, is that it? Bring it up. On your way out. Do it on your way out.
The Weather Channel, brought to you by Tim Allen.
And where?
Cindy, did you get a Discord?
stop. So I was like, I've been diagnosed with corn kid service instead. I take out. We go get what the hell? You have an iPhone, it's about to be glass. Bro, you're gonna pick that up and it's just gonna be sand. Like, OtterBox 1, Pole 0. I did a drop test down the stairs.
Okay.
By PE, I flew down the stairs.
Oh my god. You made me feel
Cindy's. Alright, I don't got time to. I'll just text Donovan to send you the link to the server. What's up, bro? Let's get this bread.
Let's get some bread, boy.
Let's acquire this. Let's game this grain, Mike.
I'm watching third period because I gotta be on my phone.
I'm live streaming. Hey Pablo, care for some clout? You want some clout, Pablo? Yeah. I don't have any clout.
Your inner camera sucks ass.
Ouch! My outer camera shoots in 4K though, so.
Yeah, your outer camera's good. Your inner camera sucks.
Lean on me. And I'll be your friend.
So you know that. Are you coming to the house?
what time?
I don't know, I gotta figure it out. But I know it's Saturday.
I'm coming late that evening, but I should do more.
Oh! And then your dad country music there.
One more.
None of us like country music.
What's the song? Show him you're a lazy man. Please, you barely got him.
I know it breaks into the tag. I heard so many times.
You're blocking the hallway. Hey, I'm gonna move. You're blocking the hallway.
Alex, and if you help Jesse put the books on the card, you've got to ask them.
All right. Alright, we're in third period now, boys. What are you getting at?
Alex, you got me put on my go.
Will you help me with the books? Thank you.
Let's get this books.
Callum, do you put that work in?
You know that guy on YouTube? His name is Smooth.
You know what's doing on YouTube? His name's Jacksoff. Let's get this bread. What's up, Alex? Hey, what's up? I've been just, an hour 51 minutes.
Nice.
0. But it's gonna become a video.
Oh, okay.
Once it's done. Also, let's sit back here.
We
Also,
move that one left and then move this one back.
also, comma.
Wait, no.
I've got.
She sit back there because she needs it. Yeah. So just.
Also, I've had to. The teachers have taken my phone twice. But I've kept it on. They're like, so in first period, she was like,
So,
"You're being a distraction. So give me your phone."
was this online?
Yeah. Wait.
You're on YouTube Live, dog?
Whoa. I'm not trying to get like banned.
Get a copyright strike.
So I have to do more thorough research because I cleaned my room last night and I couldn't find it. So let me do some more thorough research. Got it?
If you don't find my bracelet, I'm gonna suck your dick. Like.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to fail.
Oh my god, we're gonna fail. Get a pop socket.
Wait, we have a test today.
For you. Yes, it's easy.
Oh, geometry. Hey.
It's the most obnoxious way to do that.
Can you send me notes? Is it hard? Yeah. How do I do it? Do you study?
What is it?
Geometry.
But what? Do you know what it is?
Do you know what it is?
None of these are on it. It's probably quadrilateral. Yeah, it's quadrilateral. It's quadrilaterals and similarity.
If it's easy, then I'll pass.
There's none of that.
Alright, Alex, have a seat.
I wish I had a better way to do that.
Get it.
Okay.
Yeah, stencil?
Wait, no.
For your smart start, today we're going to do
Wait.
3, 4, 5, and 6.
Wait, I do this.
Quiz, so take a second while I do the roll and answer these on your, on your, I didn't.
I'm sorry. Nicole, stand still. I'm gonna put that
Alright,
here.
here is, I am gonna give these back. These are your bubble sheets. Now, they're gonna be a little
What?
off from what's up here. James, have a seat. You need to hear this,
What's
because
up?
somebody's gonna say, well, I marked it, you marked it wrong, but it's right up here. Let me explain why. After y'all left, somebody pointed out to me, they said, most of the answers on the quiz were D. So I went for my next 2 classes, the afternoon classes, and put that up.
Okay.
And I changed the quiz, okay, so that the answers weren't mainly all D. So your answers, I'll give you the bubble sheet back. Your answers might be a little bit different though than this, because this is a different version.
Minecraft.
Okay, so
Look what I did.
that may be the discrepancy, but these are correct.
Peeled my skin. Okay, so
But you
Cole
know
had
what you
chapstick
made,
and he
but
kept
I'll
going like
still
this
give
to his
them
arm, and he's like, "Ah, that stings." I said, "Let me see," and I went. It's all ripped my skin off. It hurt.
That's why I got it wrong.
Wait.
I did that with an eraser in like 4th grade.
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, it's like I would get like.
The skin is like way not strong.
Yeah, that's why I wish I was made out of glass.
And then you think it's wrong. That's what I did, so I would erase it.
I remember wait.
Whoa! We have a test today?
No, we're just going
No,
over it.
I'm giving these back. But again, this is a slightly different version than the one you took. Because the one you took, I had to change some of the answers.
Iron.
Set us up because you hate us.
Minecraft?
Found iron.
I took on.
Bro, look at my fingers.
You hate someone.
You typing?
Go subscribe. You're on my live stream. No. YouTube.
There are 0.
There's 0 people watching. There's gonna become a video. 0 people watching. But look, it's the middle of the day.
No, my 5%.
On a
I'm trying to
Tuesday.
play Minecraft.
Okay, so are you supposed to on a Friday night?
I mean, more people.
Is there a multiplayer? I bet mine isn't because I pirated mine, so I bet it's not multiplayer at all.
But you're doing it in school, so you have time to be on your phone. So technically, they might have time to watch it. There's not.
Maybe. But who would watch me?
So tomorrow, there's a few things on it that we
I should have a better angle of this. This sucks.
like a word.
Like, there we go. That's better. That's better. Sin. Donovan Wright is losing hearts fast. Oh, you want to come over to my house?
Got a
on
runner.
Saturday? Want to come over to my house on Saturday? There's Cole and Will are coming. We're gonna make a video. It's gonna be like a Mr. Beast
While
video.
I'm giving these back,
Like,
let's go
last
ahead and
week
talk
something.
about
It's gonna be
these so we
a
don't
quiet game.
lose
Whoever
any
wins
more
gets
time.
$10. So the last person to speak. Can I keep it on?
No, I don't want to be recorded.
All right, so number 3,
Yeah, put it up.
how did the bubonic plague spread? Yes, it spread from the fleas on the rat. would bite people, and that was how it spread.
60.
Oh, that's a reading.
Okay,
I was so. Did you see how close that was? I'm still gonna pick it up.
Just leave it and have a seat.
Okay.
Alright, read it to the number 4. Alright, read it to the following was a major result of the Christian Crusade. Who can raise their hand? Hold it. Jude? C, right. Remember, Europe in the early Middle Ages had fallen into a dark age. And when the Crusade soldiers
What scale is that?
went to
Minor scale.
went into the Holy Land and through Asia Minor, they discovered some Muslim libraries, and they were able to then take some of that information from the classical civilizations back to Europe,
finished that show last
which
night.
was
The whole show?
sort of the beginning seeds
I know.
of the Reformation. Okay.
Jump.
The ending
Alright,
sucked.
and then 5.
There was
Oh.
never once.
How could the whole show just be done?
Don't you like it when you have an iPhone and you drop it and it turns into sand? Don't you like it when you drop your iPhone and it
You're
just breaks?
talking, stop. I've got a nice list from my 4th period of people that are starting to stay for detention because 4th period can't quit talking, so we can always add you to that list. Wait,
Are you talking about like
I need to shove all.
between me and them.
What's a
Alright,
lottie?
James, look up here.
We'll try that.
Alright, so number 5, the land granted by
Looks so
a
tired.
lord to a vassal in exchange for his service. James, what's the answer to number 5?
I'm gonna sleep sitting up. Watch.
Is feet, that's correct. Alright, and then 6, which of the following is Justinian's most significant long-term accomplishment? Alright, Adamari? D, he systematized, or you could say he codified the Roman legal code, and that was known as the Code of Justinian.
Versailles.
So that's what's important about him. Okay, so yes, you are scheduled to have your test on Friday. You have to do it on Friday because next
good, Dougie
week
Dogs.
on Tuesday, the guy from Columbus High, his name is Mr. DeQuatro, and
That is an
he's
awesome
coming
name.
here.
He's gonna be buried.
He has taught, listen,
The Quattro.
I need everybody listening because this is important because it has to do with what we're doing today. So he's taught AP World History for like 15 years. He's got, one of the best reputations as being like the best teacher like in the district for AP. But what he does is he is a reader for the essays. Like he flies out in the summer, hands down. I'm not answering questions.
Just said
He
hands
flies
down,
out in the summer and he's helped score all of the tests. And he's done it for many years. And so by doing that, he had, well, first, before he could do it, he had to have lots of special training.
Whoever's watching, you're a whore.
To be able to read these essays, and he's read, thousands of them over the course of so many years, and he truly is an expert on how to write these and what they're looking for. And so when I ran into him at one of those workshops I went to, I asked him, I said, I know this is not like my area of strength, and I said, would you please come and, lead my class in the long, because there's 3 types. There's the short answer, which I'm not worried about for y'all, because that's just like a paragraph response. Then there's the long essay, which is the 5-paragraph essay. And now, for years I've taught students how to write 5-paragraph essays when I taught language arts, but it's a little bit different for the history. They're looking for specific things, and there's nobody better to teach, how to write it than him. And then there's the DBQ. The DBQ, we'll start doing those after Christmas, but you've done some of those before, and I have like packets of information that walk us through that step by step, but it was the long essay that I was worried about. Because I wanted to make sure that you absolutely got what you need. And so he did agree. We worked it out with the district. You know, they had to hire a sub to pay for his classes and, you know, him to come. But he's coming on Tuesday. But what he said, he wants, as he teaches you how to write this essay, he wants it to be on the topic of similarities and differences between the Silk Road trade routes and the Indian Ocean trade routes. So we've talked a little bit about the Silk Road, but not in depth. And we haven't talked about the Indian Ocean trade routes. So from today, pretty much on, other than you taking the test, we're gonna focus all our attention on the Silk Road and Indian Ocean trade routes. Well, sort of. Yes, you are, but the notes, they're long, and so I filled in like half of the notes for you.
Oh, yeah, Miss Mills,
And then you'll write the other half, because if you had to write all this, it would have taken way too long, and it wouldn't let me cut and paste. So I hope, it's a couple of 3 pages, but I hope you can read my handwriting. But like I said, I went ahead and filled in some for you because I want to go through the material, but then I want us to also have time, you know, to look at similarities and differences. And then we may need, not may, we probably will need to do some research as well on similarities and differences between the two. So I don't want him to come and us not be able, you know, if he says, well, what tell me about this, I don't want y'all to sitting there like not knowing.
Thank you.
She said she'll want us to sit here.
Thank you. It was getting a little bad back here.
Alright, that's the first page. Let me just pass this out and then we'll get going.
It's a little dicey though.
So take one and pass the first page, and then this is the second page.
Like. Dogma.
What's dogma? What dogma? What that? What's that? What's dogma? They left.
Fuck you too, asshole.
Can you not see who's watching?
No one's watching right now.
I'm saying when they were. When that
Yes.
one person. You could have.
I'm live on YouTube.
Dude, I'm on level. Cave system.
It's 3, but again, we're working on this for several days. But I'm giving you everything now.
So I have 56%. Do you think I can make it to the XPs?
Dude, it doesn't give you numbers.
56.
I was at 100.
Do you have your cord?
No.
No, you should stop live streaming. If you want to.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna stop live streaming because I don't have my cord on me. And I'll redo this stream when I have my cord. So I'll do it another day. See you later.